In this episode, I light the Supra on fire, bust out some crazy new tools, fabricate our carbon titanium exhaust, and then listen to 2JZ music. Alright, we got the car up on the stands. Again, we're using the race ramps, which are nice because they provide a lot of space underneath the car, and they're pretty stable, so I like using them instead of just using good old jack stands, because these won't kill you, although these aren't the deadly Harbor Freight kind, but you know, they're just regular Harbor Freight kind. The exhaust that we're going to be installing is this HKS Carbon Titanium. It's called Carbon Titanium because this is carbon and this is titanium. Pretty popular exhaust for Mark IV Supras. These two are the cat back, and then this is the midpipe that was actually on this car when we got it. Now here's the thing. This midpipe has the 3-bolt flange here. The 3-bolt flange is designed for stock twin. So we have a downpipe, which you guys saw me weld up. The HKS has a 2-bolt flange here. That's probably going to connect here to this 2-bolt flange. And then we are going to have to lop this bad boy off somewhere around here and then put on our own 2-bolt flange that will mate up to the downpipe down there. So here is the underside of the Supra, and as you can see, we have this 2-bolt flange right here. That's the downpipe. We're going to hang up the HKS Carbon Tie first from the back, and then we'll jam the midpipe in and see how we need to cut it to get it to fit up here. Okay, so I ordered a bunch of stuff for this. I got gaskets, which hopefully should work. Bunch of hardware because, you know, you need hardware. I got this, which is a exhaust gasket sheet. Now, normally I think most people are against using stuff like this. In this case, the HKS square gasket, like, you can get it online, but they're very expensive and very difficult to find. And it's not a very crucial gasket since it's all the way at the back of the motor. I'm going to try just cutting a gasket out of this, and it is only a square. So we'll see. I'll make a little CAD template that's cardboard aided design, and then go from there. And then lastly, we have these, which are kind of your standard fare rubber exhaust hangers. We might have to slightly modify these because the Supra's factory hanger is like a weird flat thing. But for now, let's just go into the car and see what we can do. Just spray this. WD. Yep, took the head clean off. Broke the head off. Oh, broke. I don't know how we're gonna drill out all these freaking... Now, this isn't a restoration channel, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, back under the car. You guys can see all the bolt heads are pretty much stuck in there, so I got to extract them. But first I'm going to hit everything with some fire. Okay, so we take a look in here. There is our hanger. So we got this one extracted and we put a new bolt in, and then this one you can see there's a nut on it. I ended up having to just drill it out and then drop a bolt in from this side and then just screw in the nut that way, but it is quite secure. And we got our hanger on here, so now we can try and hang our exhaust. Okay, so to get this next section on, we actually need to make a gasket for it. So we have this square flange. This is an HKS only flange. It's like a square. I think it's like an 85, 86 millimeter pipe size. Kind of stupid, but whatever. It's all good. What we're going to do is we're going to use this sheet of exhaust gasket material, and we're just going to cut out a square that is the correct size. To do that, what we're going to do is get a little bit of cardboard. Process is pretty straightforward. We're going to take this piece of cardboard, we're going to put it here, we're going to trace out the shape that we need, and boom. Alright, boom. And then what we'll do is we will also, alright, boom. So now we have our little HKS basically this stuff is like a steel sheet that's like rubberized, I guess, essentially. And that's what makes it exhaust gasketable. Let's get the corners cut and ow. And boom, there is your gasket. And the one thing I forgot to do was to remove the center part. Gasket's ready. It's not the best, but it'll do. You could clean up the edges with like a rotary tool, but whatever, it's all good. This, well, you'll see it does indeed line up. I think it should do the trick, so let's put it on. And just like that, we have hung our HKS Carbon Titanium exhaust. Now, obviously, it's not fully hung up because we don't have the midsection of the exhaust that actually goes to the turbo, but you can kind of see what it would look like, and I think it looks pretty good, if I do say so myself. What we need to do is actually cut this pipe right about here. And then after we cut it, we're going to add a V-band there, a V-band on the downpipe section. Yeah, so I think we're kind of stopping here. The factory twin turbo stuff ended up in there, but with a single turbo, the downpipes come all the way out to here. So what we need to do is cut this right where it angles up, okay? And then you're going to put a V-band here, a V-band there. So one of the other things we were seeing when we test drove the car was it wasn't making boost properly. Now, we messed with this side of the intercooler piping the most. So more than likely it's this one. It seems angled off a little. So I'm just going to loosen everything up, get it fitted properly, and then make sure the clamps are on straight, and then just crank everything down properly. Okay, it is the next day, and I have procured a V-band, not just the clamp. You can see actually inside is the actual weldable V-band. And so what I will be doing is getting that pipe, or those pipes, and chopping them up and putting this V-band in. So, look, if there's ever an excuse to buy a new tool, or perhaps not excuse, an opportunity to buy a new tool, then buy a new tool you must. And so, I'd like to present to you the Milwaukee Deep Cut Saw, which I have just bought. Look at this thing, isn't it so cool? This is literally the most ridiculous looking thing that I have ever purchased. But yeah, so I have this for cutting pipe, and yeah, let's go pull some pipes off and start chopping them. Not the best cut, but it'll do. Now, I know we've gone over V-bands before, but just as a refresher, this is a V-band. Basically just like two plates that sandwich. There's this little clamp that clamps them both together. So the thing with V-bands is they're pretty cool. You can see there's like a little bit of a lip, and within that lip, you can see, boom, just seats on like that. And so the side with the lip is going to be probably the top side, and then this bottom side is going to be the one with the receiving end. So to weld these on, all you have to do is take them and then just put them onto your pipe. Now our pipe isn't a perfect circle, so it's going to take a little bit of finagling to get this to seat. Once we do get it on there, it'll be as easy as that. Basically, you just get this on, and then we're going to weld it all the way around. And then, yeah, just like that, it'll be V-banded. So, boom. Now we have a V-banded exhaust part. And I'm just going to tack this in place, and then, yeah, we're going to go from there. I know everyone always says this, but yeah, I'm not a welder, so don't expect these welds to look great. So what I'm going to do is pull this off, and then I will tack the other V-band onto the downpipe side. Let's attack! Ladies and gentlemen, this is our finished, well, not finished, tacked together exhaust. Here you can see, now, okay, now I just want to preface, A, I'm not a welder, and B, I'm very bad at fit up. Now fit up is making the pipes sit clean with each other, like totally flat. Now I'm not very good at that, but anyways, here's the, so here's the downpipe. We got a V-band at the bottom here. Okay, we got the Marmon flange up top. We have the V-band up here at the midpipe, where the midpipe starts. Okay, we got a pipe there, and then, okay, the fit up is not very good, all right? Yes, I will have to fill these massive gaps, and they are humongous, but I don't have like a bench sander or like a flat sander, so doing this with a grinding wheel, I don't know, I'm just not very good at it. Now this one, I just need to bring down, you guys can see, and then the fit up's a little bit better there. I need to tack that in place. This one's just very loosely tacked, but I'm going to tack that, and then, yeah, that's it. And then we just need to go through and weld everything all the way around, which is the actual hard part. Whew, okay, so all of our welding is done. Again, not my best work. Actually, to be fair, considering it's very practical and it worked and it's all together in one piece, it probably is my best work. Not to say that it's good. It's not terrible. I didn't warp the flange, did I? From here it definitely looks warped. I don't know, we'll see. If I did warp the flange, then, well, that sucks, but that's life. Let's see if we can't put it all together. There. So I have one concern, and that is that I warped that V-band flange on the downpipe because I put too much heat into it. So I wasn't going slow enough, I was going too fast. I saw a little bit of a wave in it, but it wasn't a ton. So I'm hoping I really crank down on it, but if it leaks from there, then we might be screwed. Might have to cut that off and put another flange on it, which is be a nightmare. So yeah. Okay, I'll tighten up from the top and then I guess we get to start it and see if it leaks. Of course, before we start the car, we have to nick the battery off of this one. Okay, moment of truth to see if I should quit my welding career now or there's hope for me yet. I don't have great expectations. I forgot the intake recirc pipe for the idle air control. It was a vacuum leak. Okay, so it's leaking from the turbo side, so not the bent V-band. So maybe if I just tighten that one up, I think we should be good. All my welds are good. The V-band that I thought was warped is good. Nothing's leaking. But the wastegate, that's why it's so loud. The wastegate is open. So I think we need to pull the wastegate off and see what the heck is up. I don't know if the lines are plumbed wrong or... There's no reason the wastegate should be open at idle. I was like, man, why is it so loud and why does it smell so bad? And this explains why we weren't making any boost. Because the wastegate's just dumping everything out. Hey, the car sounds half decent. If the wastegate's closed, then we'd get a better sound clip, but we'll see. Maybe we can fix the wastegate today, but if not, then that was our triumphant success. It took me 3 days to weld that exhaust, which I know, you know, the exhaust shop down the street could have done it in 3 hours, but, you know, it feels nice to do stuff with your own hands. And I think that's sort of the theme with this project, and with most projects. You just do it yourself, you know? The learning process is just as valuable as the end result, especially when the end result is not that great. We'll see what happens.